Picture this. It's a random Tuesday in July. I wake my daughter up to Christmas music blasting. I'm wearing my favorite Christmas t shirt, and we're about to spend the entire day making Christmas cookies. I know it sounds totally bonkers, but this little Christmas tradition, or actually summer tradition, has become one of my favorite holiday stress savings planning strategies of the year. And no, I'm not having a seasonal identity crisis. I'm actually setting myself up for a more relaxed December. Today, I'm going to share a really fun but incredibly impactful tradition that I started several years ago, and I think you're going to love it. Now, before we dive in, I'm going to ask a favor of you. If you have any friends with young kids at home that are navigating summer right now, I encourage you to share this episode with them because I'm positive they will thank you come December. So here's our little backstory behind what I call Christmas in July. Now, you can insert whatever your holiday tradition is in December, but let's face it, December can be absolutely chaotic, right? There's a lot that we are navigating in December. And growing up, one of my favorite things was making Christmas cookies and baking and doing crafting. I loved all of that. And my mom was amazing at providing all of that for us. And so that was something, a tradition I knew I wanted to carry on when I started my own family. And then reality smacked me upside the head. And what I thought it was going to look like this beautiful day, and we're laughing and Christmas music, ended up just becoming one more have to in the month of December. And one year it was just, I was we're trying to have fun. I'm trying to make it enjoyable for everybody. And I was just low grade stressed the whole time. And I remember laying in bed that night and I'm like, this is not at all what I wanted. Like I thought this was supposed to be the fun part of the holiday season. And what was fun had become one more have to. So I was like, what is it that I could do to alleviate this in the future? And that was when I decided to create a Christmas in July because I started thinking, a lot of the baking that we do and even some of the crafting that we did a lot of when she was younger was stuff that could be done way ahead of time because our favorite holiday cookies, almost all of them, can live in the freezer and then be pulled out 6 months later and they tasted like you just made them. All right. So, what we do every year is I pick a random day. And this year, we're actually doing 2 days of it because there's more stuff that we want to do where I kind of look at the weather, right? And I can look for maybe a rainy day where it's like, what are we going to do? I like to do it in the middle of July to kind of break up the regular summer grind. And I wake up my daughter and say, we're doing Christmas in July. We get Christmas music going. We spend the day baking. And I'm doing it during a time where nothing else is heavy and stressful and competing for my time, right? It's not on the list of 22 other things that I need to get done for the holidays. So not only is it bringing back the joy and the relaxed and the fun of something I loved, it's actually setting yourself up for success come that December because now there's a few less things I need to do there so that the stuff that I'm still doing in the month of December becomes more enjoyable, right? Because what we're ultimately doing is we're lightening our load by strategically planning to do things now that are going to free up more time for us during a traditional season where we typically do not have as much time, right? So it will really transform your December, but then it also breaks that kind of monotony of by halfway through their summer, your kids are like, I'm bored, right? Or maybe you're just thinking, we just need a break from the sun, or it's a rainy day, or, whatever, insert the blank for you of what this may break up from the regular summer grind, right? So you can choose one day, you can choose 2 days, right? You get to decide what this looks like for you, but just that one day of fun will give you tenfold of less stressful days in the month of December. Now, when you're thinking about what you want to do with your, Christmas or holiday in July, think about what are the things that you can bake ahead of time that freeze beautifully, right? For us, we tend to store them all just in freezer Ziploc bags so we can see what's in it, and then we write on the outside of the bag. I know some people that get the freezer, Tupperware bins. You can do that as well. So just make sure they freeze well and you're labeling them well. This is why, like, one of the things we don't do is our traditional gingerbread cookies. That's like my favorite cookie every holiday season. Those don't freeze well. But what this means then in December, I can enjoy the gingerbread making because I'm not making 6 other things, right? So it's like it spreads that fun out throughout the year. So here's the thing I really want you to think about as you're considering, is this something you want to do or share with a friend with kids, right? This isn't just about making cookies or making crafts, right? What it's ultimately doing is it's about looking ahead at your future self and saying, is there stuff I can do now when I have the space to do it, when I have the time and energy to do it, that's actually a gift to my future self that will make her life a little bit easier? Right. And this is why this works so well for the women inside of my top program. This is ultimately the heart of everything that I teach inside the top program. It's all about planning ahead strategically, so you're not always in reactive mode, right? You're not in that just in time living. You're not going, it's a week before the holidays and I've got to get these 10 things done. It's always about thinking strategically, learning how to think long term, and saying, what can I put in place that allows me to get the most important things done in a stress-free way? Again, that's my definition of productivity, getting the most important things done in a stress-free way. So here's what I want you to do. If this episode has inspired you to do your own holiday in July, when you're doing it, take a picture, come find me on Instagram at Megan Sumrell, tag me in your post. Stay tuned for ours. We'll be doing ours in mid-July. I have to whisper so my daughter doesn't know when we're doing my surprise Christmas in July. And share out, what are you doing, right? Are you making cookies? Are you doing crafts? What is the holiday magic that you are doing ahead of time to bring something different to the middle of your summer that's going to save you time in December? So there you have it. This is a short, simple, quick episode here this week. My completely unserious approach to a very serious problem, which is, stressful Decembers. Guys, sometimes the best planning strategies absolutely get to be disguised as pure fun. And this is one of those. So until next week, keep making your time work for you in a way that is fun where possible and that ultimately relieves future stress. Happy holidays in the summer.